you have insomnia, which is extremely unfortunate, but your attorney helps you out. You're drafting your estate plan and they send you this really long will and you read it and you're like, wow, I need to go to bed. This is exhausting. Today I wanted to talk to you about the length of a will. Why are some wills so long and how long should they actually be? But before I dive into that, I want to let you know how to reach out to me. You can go to my website, www.legionlawpllc.com, and schedule a free consultation over the phone with me. So, how long should a will actually be? And the short answer is, if you made me answer this correctly, it could be about 3 or 4 sentences long, really. It could be less than a quarter of a page, because all you need to specify is a couple of things. A, you have testamentary capacity. That means that you are on purpose creating a will. You're not creating a grocery list. You're not creating a journal entry. You are purposefully saying, this is what I want to have happen after I pass away. So that's the first part. That's the first sentence. The second sentence is you specify who's going to be in charge after you pass away. Who's going to split up all your stuff. Then, in addition to that sentence, you should clarify, and I've said this in other videos, but you should clarify that you need to make this person an independent executor without bond, because otherwise they're going to be a dependent executor, and a dependent executor has to go to a judge for permission for everything. So if they're independent, they get to do whatever they want after a judge signs off on it. Dependent executor, a judge signs off on it, and now every time I do an action, a judge needs to give them permission again. So that's going to create logistical burdens like crazy to that executor, that poor executor in that circumstance. So first part, testamentary intent. The second part, I have an executor, and the executor is going to be an independent executor without bond. The third part is you're going to state the assets. What happens to your stuff? Where does it go? Who gets what? And really, that's about it. Those are the 3 sentences. You might want to include a 4th sentence that says, hey, I got backup executors in case, one of them doesn't want to serve or whatever. But really, that's about it. You can have it in a couple sentences. So why are wills so much longer than that? Because there's a lot of boilerplate language in there. And a lot of attorneys say, it's boilerplate language, don't worry about it. But it's actually pretty important. That boilerplate language is supposed to be there so that if some crazy scenario pops up, we specify how does the executor invest things while we're waiting to split up those assets. What happens if an executor can't serve? What happens if we have multiple executors and they disagree with one another? What happens if a judge says one part of the will is invalid, but are we going to keep the rest of the will? There are so many different scenarios that all that boilerplate language addresses exactly what should happen in those extra scenarios. Now, my personal belief is that a will should be under 20 pages, usually, but I've seen wills that go up to 100 pages, which is mind-boggling even for an attorney. But at the end of the day, you should be able to read the will, you should be able to understand every single clause, why it's there, what it's doing, and you should be able to ask your attorney and not get the hand wave, it's just boilerplate language, don't worry about it. An attorney should be able to sit down and explain every single clause, why it's there, what role does it serve, and why does it help you accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. So with that, if you have any other questions on how to write a will, how long should it be, what should be in your will, you can email me directly, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com, or you can go to my website, www.legionlawpllc.com. You can schedule a phone call directly with me over the phone, and go to the Contact Us page, and it'll be showing my calendar that you can schedule that call. So, again, I can help out. Let me know if I can. Have a great day.